Welcome to What's the T in L&E. I'm Leah.
And I'm Emily.
And we are management side labor and employment attorneys with Rogers Vandeventer Black. Emily, what are we talking about today?
Talking about music at work, Leah. Do you jam while you work?
All day, every day. Lizzo, Beyonce, what about you?
I'm a Taylor Swift kind of person.
Okay, yeah. Taylor Swift never offended anyone. And that's key because we today are talking about a case that came out of the Ninth Circuit, Sharp versus S&S Activewear. Emily, tell us about this case.
Yeah, it originated in a 700,000 square foot warehouse in Reno, Nevada, so pretty large. And management allowed employees to hook up their phones and stream music throughout the entire warehouse. I mean, they were even putting like Bluetooth speakers on forklifts, driving them around.
This is their warehousing, they're dancing, putting it down,
picking things up. So employees were choosing what music to stream, and they repeatedly chose a large variety of rap and hip hop music. Now, the issue is that a lot of the music that was chosen contained really misogynistic lyrics. They demonstrated violence against women, used offensive terms, and often portrayed men as pimps and rapists.
And these were artists that many of you may know. Eminem, Lil Wayne.
Too Short with a $sign for the S, that's
Key. Glad you clarified.
Yep. So employees complained to management repeatedly and asked them to change the music that they were forced to listen to while they worked. And management said, you know what? No, we think it motivates you.
That was their defense. It's motivational. Now, the trial court, the lower court in this case, kicked this case out early. They said that this is not a hostile environment, and that's because the lower court was looking at the term whether or not, the issue of whether or not this was offensive on the basis of sex under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act. And what the lower court said was, wait a minute, you've got men and women plaintiffs. Men and women both saying that this is offensive, so therefore it's not offensive on the basis of sex because there's more than one sex that is offended here.
Yeah, it was 7 women and 1 man came together to form the basis of this lawsuit. The 8 of them together sued their employer, and that really was the deciding factor for the court in saying that there was no harassment here. It's on appeal to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, so we'll see what they say. But Lee, I really got to say, this is very risky behavior by management, because if one of these employees by themselves, 1 man or 1 woman, had complained about this and then eventually sued, it would probably sail right through as harassment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's something the lower court missed, right? Is that if you break this down and just take 1 plaintiff, 1 female bringing this case, she could point to specific lyrics that were offensive to her. Something, portraying some kind of violence towards women, or in some of the allegations were that there were songs about women being prostitutes. So absolutely, I think that it will be interesting to see what the court does on appeal. But in the meantime, what should we tell our employers? What's the takeaway?
Well, first of all, I think it's pretty good advice to not let employees stream music off of their phones. You don't have as much control over that, and you just never know what's offensive to somebody, probably, might not be offensive to someone else. So allowing streaming, which can really be anything, really opens you up to some liability. So probably stick to over-the-air radio.
Absolutely, yep. Survey your employees, make sure the volume is low, and just remember that, what is happening in someone's work environment or in everybody's work environment, that is something an employer is responsible for. So you don't want to be this employer who is basically saying, oh yeah, of course, we did play offensive music. They didn't deny that. They agreed. We have played offensive music. However, they're saying, it just offended everybody, not one gender. You don't want to be that employer. So be mindful of what you play in the workplace. Well, thank you very much. And this is What's the T in L&E with Leah and Emily.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.